mind off these things, all right?
I'm sorry, I am waiting. I am waiting for a telephone call from the Attorney General's office, all right? And I'm gonna be here when they call. I'm sorry. Snarling is better than bawling, isn't it?
I don't know, is it? You need a distraction. Why don't you get Sam, go out to a movie? I will be here to take the call.
What are you talking about? She's not a little dog I take for a walk. Anyway, Sam went back to her own life in Chicago.
That's right, she did. And while she was there, she started thinking about Neil's paintings and how it made more sense to do the work here. But no, that's actually only partially true. The truth is that I realize that you need all the support that you can get right now, so I am here. And I hope that that's okay.
Oh, that's more than okay. That's very
Sweet. So has there been news of Lily? Is there good news?
I only wish I could say there had been.
What kind of question is that?
A very simple one. Were you with Lily the day she was kidnapped?
What's important is where Lily is right now. What does it matter?
It matters to me. The paper says she was seen by someone in Luther's Corners.
A lot of people live in Luther's Corners.
Don't play with me, Holden. I've talked to Cal. He didn't see Lily. Neither did Ned, nor Caleb, nor your mother. That leaves you. Be a man, damn it. Answer me. Were you with Lily today? Yes or no?
Yes! I was with her. So there.
As the world turns.
You and I have things to settle. But that can wait until Lily's safe. Right now, I need information. How she was. Where was she headed?
The FBI knows everything.
They don't know Lily. Maybe something she said might give me an idea where she might have stopped off. Well, we could start searching for her. Look, forget the past between us right now and help me get her
If
back.
you ask me, all this concern is coming a little bit late. Hans tried to kill somebody from Kingsley Malta months ago. Why didn't you anticipate this and try to protect her?
Look, do you want to waste time throwing around accusations, or do you want to do whatever it takes to get Lily back unharmed?
You know the answer to that.
Then tell me, why was she with you that day? What were you talking about? What?
Look, nothing was said that can help find her.
You don't know that. Was she upset? Were you pressuring her?
Leave it alone. All right?
No. It's not all right. You listen to me, damn it. If she hadn't been off with you, if she'd been with me where she belongs, then Hans never would have gotten...
You want the truth? You want the truth? Fine, I'm gonna tell it to you. Lily was not upset when we parted. When we left Luther's Corners, she was very happy, thinking more clearly than she had been in months. You want to know why? Do you really want to know what we're talking about?
Hey! Turn out! Maybe you can get him to talk. He was the last one to see Lily.
All right, Holden? Hold it, damn it. If you know something that might help us find Lily, you better put it on the table.
Look, Cal, I already told Tom Hughes everything that I know. Lily and I met, and we talked. We just talked, and then she went home.
Caleb. Hey,
Caleb, is there any news?
Listen, you guys, I understand what you're going through, but you can't be of any help here. Just go on home, let us do our job, all right?
Andy, what's going on?
He's not going to say anything. I'm playing by the rules.
Well, you're not a cop. You don't have to play by the rules.
Listen, if you know anything,
I know.
just say.
I just know that Caleb took a call. Someone spotted Hans. Where? Where was it? The waterfront. Down by the yacht base. Caleb!
Well, you know the layout of the house, so the blue room, is it okay?
Pool house.
A pool house?
I don't care. I just want it to be clear that this is just a temporary situation.
Temporary, you got a job, you're gonna do the job, you're gonna get paid for the job. Pool house! Craig is right about the pool house. The leaves are off the trees this time of the year. It's more light. You can work.
It's more private.
Could we please slow down? I'd like to make my own decision.
Lou, you worried about Lily?
No, nothing.
Hi.
Hi. Remember me?
Face is familiar. I just didn't expect to see you here. I just arranged for all Neil's work to be sent to you in Chicago.
Well, then you better change the address because I've made a decision. I'm going to be staying here a couple of weeks in the pool house.
Excellent choice.
In the pool house. I think somebody just sent me a message about privacy. That's okay.
So you all right?
I'm great, aren't I?
She's great. She's mobilized all the troops, Mr. Gray, Mr. Selkirk. I get it. Hello? Yes, just a moment. It's the Justice Department, Office of the Attorney General.
Hi, Jamie. Thank you for getting back to me. I just want to know about those guys. Just give me some good news about my daughter.
So, we're supposed to be in her office 9:30 Saturday morning. She's got 6 houses to show us all in our price range. What do you mean, no?
No, it's not possible.
All right, 10 o'clock, but not a minute later.
I mean, come on. When are we going to have another weekend together and go do this?
Exactly. That's why you have to tell the real estate agent that we'll do it some other time.
Susan, listen to me. We have got to find a house. You and me and Emily, we're living on top of each other right now. Honey, when was the last time you and I had a night together alone?
That's why you have to cancel the appointment. Because at 9:30 on Saturday morning, you and I are going to have breakfast in the nude at the Foxwood Lodge.
Won't that disturb the dining room?
Well, it would, except we're going to be in the Wedgwood suite. It has a wood-burning fireplace, king-size bed, his and her terry robes, a giant tub for 2. It's not heart-shaped, but you can't have everything. So happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart, a couple days late.
Oh, you're amazing.
Aren't I just? So can we just forget about the house hunting for a while, okay? There's no rush.
I beg to differ. The way we're living is not healthy.
What do you mean not healthy? What do we have? Radon gas running around the tub? Oh, look, there's my favorite ex-mother-in-law with a date. Who is that? Oh, it's Ralph. I didn't recognize him with his beard.
They're going to be quite a couple, those two.
Yeah, they sure are. They look good together. Makes you wish they'd get married and move to Botswana.
Would you like something to drink? How about some champagne?
I
I would rather you tell me what's wrong. You have been so jumpy since you arrived at my place.
I have? Are you kidding? Well, yeah, I guess in a way you're right. It must be that I just don't quite know how to say what I want to say, Ellen, but I'm just going to jump in and say it. I have accepted a job in Phoenix.
Phoenix?
In Arizona.
Yes, Ralph, I know where Phoenix is.
Right.
Well, that's very exciting for you.
Well, it could be exciting, yeah, but the point is, I think it could be very exciting for you, too. Ellen, why don't you come with me?
It just sounded so ominous. What's unhealthy about the way we live?
I'll explain it in the hot tub. Hello. Hi. Goodbye.
Oh, well, join us.
We'd love to, but the fellow who took over, slave driver who took over as the new chief of staff from our little pussycat here, Dr. Dixon, conned me into working in the yard tonight, so...
I understand that guy has no heart.
That's not what I hear. Listen, drive carefully.
Gotta go. See ya.
Well, here's to you, you old pussycat. Thank you very much for that.
Well, I guess you'll be around a couple of decades to continue to drive us all crazy, huh?
Well, that's the plan. I tell you, I'm feeling very generous at the moment, so what I'm going to do, and what I've decided to do, is I'm going to go back to work full-time. So you guys can have your life back. How's that?
Can't be serious. You had major surgery, you're going into chemotherapy.
Oh, handle that.
I don't think you can. I don't think anybody can.
Well, that's your opinion. Luckily, it's my decision.
Not completely, it isn't.
Try the wine, dear. A supplier turned me onto it. It's luscious, it's full-bodied, saucy, but not heavy, lovely to look at, the way I like my wine and my women. Try it, try it. Huh?
Very nice.
Very nice, that's it.
You can stop now, honey.
Stop what?
Trying to butter me up.
Is that what I'm doing?
You bet it's what you're trying to do. I know you. Come on, I saw you talking to Joel. I know that he's trying to get you back into this investigation with Connor, and I know you want to do it too, so I've given this whole matter some consideration, and I've decided that you should just go ahead and do it.
Well, hon, see, that's great, but...
Well, anyway, it's going to be very temporary, as it is, but I decided that if you can lend your expertise to the investigation, then I'm 100% behind it.
You really feel that way?
I really feel that way.
Well, Barbara, I'm very glad to hear you say that, you see, because I did talk to Joel, but it wasn't about Connor. He wants me back on active duty until Lily's safe and we put this terrorist Hans behind bars. I said yes.
Well, young man, I think you've done a heck of a job. I mean, I could have stood on my head and whistled Dixie and not gotten Rosanna to attend this event. I mean, never mind be charming to a group of people who I know that you can't stand.
Well, let's not celebrate too soon. Knowing Rosanna, if somebody really bugs her, she's liable to turn the punch bowl over in their lap.
Yes, that's the daughter I know and love. How did you manage it?
Off the record? I'm afraid I had to mislead her a bit. I told her I was worried about losing your account. So I think she's here to put in a plug for us with you. So if she corners you and starts expounding about Walsh Montgomery's virtues, well, I didn't want you to think that I'd put her up to it.
No, of course not. More champagne.
Oh, please. Say, who was that guy who was talking to Rosanna when we left the room?
Young, good-looking. Yes, that's Chip Okelman. He had a mad crush on Rosanna in high school. Son of Hollister Okelman.
The Junkbond King?
I never thought I'd get away from Chip Okelman. God, he's got to be the most dull person on this entire earth.
No, dear. No, his father owns that spot, but Chip comes in a close second.
My father, I never knew you felt that way about old Hollister. Every time I see you talking to him, you always look fascinated.
Well, of course, to do otherwise would appear rude, even foolish. I mean, given the amount of money that old man Hollister has and the amount of stock in Cabot Motors that he owns. Never mind about that. Have I told you how pleased I am that you're here this evening?
Not more than 10 times. I just wish that Connor could be here, too.
Well, Edwina did invite her.
Yes, but in a way that suggested she wasn't really wanted.
Is that your assessment of the situation, Evan?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid it is.
Well, that relationship has always been complicated.
Well, it seems pretty simple to me. Connor's going through hell right now, and she really needs a family to stand by her. But Edwina can't take the heat.
Well, here you are now. I need you outside, mixing and mingling.
Oh, I think the party's going very nicely. Listen, darling, we were just talking about Connor, and I think it would be nice if we both called her, tell her how much we cared for her, and how we wish she could be here.
Well, some of us do, anyway.
I heard that, Rosanna. I really take exception to that.
Well, I'm sorry, Edwina. It's just that you made it pretty obvious to Evan and me that you didn't really want Connor here tonight. And you made it pretty obvious to her, too.
Well, perhaps I didn't. But I was only thinking of her. To have all these people gawking at her, whispering behind her back, it would have made her terribly uncomfortable. I wanted to spare her that.
Well, I guess you succeeded.
Don't be so sure.
Good evening, everyone. Alex, Mother. I just couldn't let your first anniversary go by without letting you know exactly how I feel about you. I just want to wish you two all of the happiness you deserve.
How thoughtful. This is a big surprise, Connor.
Not necessarily a good one, though. Is that it, Mother?
I think that it's wonderful that you came all this way. I really do.
Yeah, as do we. Your mother was only thinking of you.
As always. Look on the bright side, though. At least I'm not wearing red.
Well, I, for one, am thrilled that you're here, Connor. All those spinning heads sure should liven up this party. Come on. I'm going to introduce you to the richest, most important, and most boring people on this planet.
Boring people. All right, lead the way.
No, wait, Connor. Maybe it isn't such a good idea. I mean, why put yourself through this after everything you've already been through?
Because I am innocent, Evan, and perhaps being here tonight will underscore that.
Connor, you're a member of this family now, and you're always welcome in this house. Now go off and amuse yourselves. Well, try.
Good for you, Dad. Come on, Connor, let's go have a little fun. All right? That way.
Thank you for being so gracious, darling. But we both know what's going to happen out there. I predict a mass exodus.
And I predict that the most charming, efficient hostess in town is going to turn this evening into an enormous success. Now, come along, darling. We don't want people to think that you are the kind of woman who would turn her back on her own daughter, now would we?
Get settled in the pool house, all right?
Me, I just put down a suitcase. But Royce is out hunting for a new workspace for me. Lucinda, can forget that. She's already threatened to gut the place and rebuild it from the ground up.
Yeah, well, that's our girl.
That call from the Attorney General's office. Does she really have access to people like that?
You better be careful, Samantha. Lucinda's used to getting her own way.
It's no problem. So am I. What about you? Do you do as you're told? Or do you call your own shots?
Craig, get your coat on.
What is it?
Selkirk called. An unidentified young woman has been found down by the waterfront. A building collapsed. She was under a pile of rubble. And the way the police are going about it, Selkirk thinks that it is Lily.
Get some started.
Hey, Lily, if they found her, is she alive? Get out of my way.
Hold and stop. The rest of this building can come down, and you stay back behind that line, or I will have you arrested for interfering with a police investigation. Have you got me? Now move. Come on.
So you were working on the deck over there when the building collapsed?
Yeah, and a minute later, I saw a guy take off in that direction over there. And I recognized him from the paper, that terrorist guy, so I waited till he was gone, and then I went in, but, you know, I couldn't get her out alone. I tried to do my...
You did good. You did good.
Damien, you recognize this? One of the EMS people found it in the victim's hand.
It's Lily's. What is it? No.
No! Let me go! Come on! What the hell, let go of me!
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hey, get away from there! Hey, Andy! Andy, get back! Come on, you guys. No! Come on! Courtney! Come on, Andy! Come on! No! No, that's my wife! Come on, my wife!
Okay, we need to talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You already made your decision.
Hun, I told you, it's just for this one case, just until we nail Hans. Besides, you said you understood me. I quote you. You said you understood 100%.
I was behind you, working to clear Connor Walsh, not tracking down an international assassin.
I don't see any difference. No, really, I don't, Barbara. In both cases, somebody that we care about is in jeopardy and needs my help. If you could understand how I couldn't turn my back on Connor, how the hell do you expect me to turn my back on Lily?
And if you can't understand the difference, then there's nothing to talk about.
Hun, I do understand. Believe me, you don't want to lose me, believe me. I don't want that either. But we can't just bury our heads in the sand and pretend that if we don't see the evil in the world, then it doesn't exist.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I was not burying my head for a year when I thought that you were dead. I had first-hand experience with grief and with pain. Now, all I want is a little semblance of normalcy in our lives. I didn't realize that was such a ridiculous request.
But Ellen, the weather is only part of it. It's the lifestyle. It's just, I don't know, it's just so relaxed and safe. And it's a lot cheaper there, too, than it is around here.
Ralph, exactly what are you proposing?
Just what I said. Come with me.
I mean, are you asking me to marry you?
To marry? Well, no. No, Ellen, no. I just thought that maybe we could, well, I thought we could, well...
You mean to live together?
No. Ellen, here's what I thought, that we could maybe get apartments in the same condo complex. See what I mean? And what is it the kids say? We could hang out together, explore the town, the mountains, the desert. And, of course, we'd both be free to see other people. Wouldn't be like a commitment or anything.
Oh, good heavens, that's a relief. I mean, for a moment there, I mean, when you suggested that I completely uproot my entire life and move across the country with you, I mean, for a moment, I don't know why, but this silly idea came into my head that, yes, maybe that would imply some sort of commitment.
Wait a minute. Look, I feel like I owe you an apology here. The things are just not coming out quite the way I intended them to here.
Oh, no. You've been perfectly clear, Ralph. What we have had has been very comfortable and convenient for you. And now you'll be moving to a new place, and you'll be a stranger, and you'd like to have a familiar face around, a friend.
Huh?
Well, Ralph, I can't be your security blanket.
Uh-oh. You are really mad at me, aren't you?
If you'll excuse me, I'll be heading home.
Ellen.
I'm sure that you won't mind picking up the check.
Ellen.
Listen, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to this ridiculous notion that you think you can go through chemotherapy, run your practice, and run the hospital at the same time.
Mrs. Hughes, excuse
Yes.
me, you have a phone call at the bar?
Oh, thank you for saying. Listen, no violence while I'm gone, you two.
It's a bad idea, John.
Yeah, well, only time will tell, I guess.
Well, we'll discuss it with your doctors and also with the board.
You guys can talk if you want, but I'm going back to work. And you know what my first public act is going to be? I'm going to try to get Bethany Rose on staff at the hospital. What she lacks in a bedside manner, she makes up with in town.
Kim, are you all right?
It's Courtney. That was Cal calling. Courtney's had a run-in with that Hans, and they're rushing her to the hospital, and they don't know if she's going to live or not.
I'll get the check.
I'll
Waiter?
get her a coat.
Waiter, can I have our check, please?
Right. Right. How far out are you? You got a female, unconscious, unresponsive in 3 minutes. Right. Has she got total body support? All right. Listen, I want you to put her on Ringer's lactate and piggyback Solimadrol. Right. And if her atrial fib increases, let's start a lidocaine drip. You got it? All right. We'll see you in 3. Thanks. Are we all set?
Yeah, ready to go. You know what happened?
No, just a young woman. She was apparently crushed when a wall fell on her. She's been on this cold for almost an hour. It's a good thing you're here.
I know. I'm glad I am. Sounds like you might need some help with this one.
Susan, how is she? Lily, I mean, is she gonna be all right?
What are you talking
We heard that
about?
they were bringing her here. There was an accident out at the docks. The building collapsed.
EMS is on their way in now with a young woman, but we don't know who she is.
Do we know what condition she's in?
Yeah, it just indicated a broken leg. Beyond that, we really don't know anything. Let's go.
I just want to let me see her.
Stand back, please. Cubicle 3, let's go.
Brief you as soon as we know anything. Craig, take care of her. We don't even know who it is. Just stay calm, all right?
Please save my wife. Please save her.
Man, we're taking care of it. What's going on? Cal! Where is
just a minute,
Lily?
listen.
What is happening?
Andy! Larry is a very good doctor.
You will wake up, though.
I know, but he's gonna take care of her. She's gonna be fine. Come to
She won't move, and they tried to wake her up, and they won't.
My reporter told me that Hans had been sighted and that a young girl had been found, and I thought it was...
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. I thought it was Lily, but I'm not too clear on any of this, except that I think Courtney tangled with this Hans and ended up under a couple of tons of debris.
Why haven't we got any word about Lily?
Well, when they found Courtney, she was clutching a locket, and the locket definitely belongs to her.
What are you doing? It's only a matter of time before my husband dies. Why don't we make a deal?
With you? That's very good. I have to say, you have impressed me today. Getting yourself free like that. Now negotiating with me. I underestimated you. I won't do that again.
I'm just trying to understand why you're doing this. Is that so wrong? Does this have something to do with my husband?
Oh, I would let you ask him, that two-faced cousin of yours. But what's the point? You'll never see them ever again.
Any amount of money. I know that Damien would pay it. Or my mother. I'm sure if you just let me go and cooperate with the authorities, I'm sure everything...
Oh, enough. You're giving me a headache. Shut your mouth, or I will do it for you. Understand? Good girl. I gave your husband a chance, but he blew it. He contacted the police. And he let your mother spread my face all over the country, in newspapers. He's going to pay for that. And so are you.
Are you making a vow?
It's going to be a big surprise for whoever wants to play the hero. And get in here. He'll take one step and kaboom!
Do you really love your hair color? I mean, really? Just wait till you try a new preference. Believe me, I use it. It has conditioning so caring, it's called Care Supreme. It makes color even better, richer, more glowing, with softness and glorious shine you'll fall for. Well, who wouldn't love a change for the better? After all, we're worth it.
New Preference by L'Oreal. Better conditioning for better color.
Oh, God. Quick! Lock those doors before Chip finds me again and tells me more about his new computer software. You know, I tried to look fascinated.
No,
All the time he's just boring me to tears.
No, you did very well, dear. I'm very impressed. I mean, the way you worked that room for Evan and Connor, just like a pro.
Well, I can rise to an occasion when there's a good reason. So, are you gonna pull your account from Walsh Montgomery?
Where did that come from?
Are you?
Pull no punches, take no prisoners, huh? Sometimes you remind me so much of your mother, it's...
Frightening, huh? Maybe that's because you know you can't manipulate me either.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say it's sad because sometimes I still miss her so very much. On the other hand, sometimes it's very joyful because it's nice to see her beautiful spirit still alive in you. You seem surprised.
No, it's just... I don't know, I never heard you talk about her that way. It's as if you really...
As if I really loved her. Well, I did. She was the most precious thing to me in the world. When she died, I was devastated. Of course, I'm not surprised that you didn't notice that. I mean, you were so busy trying to find someone to blame, as if your pain was the only thing that mattered.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't realize.
Excuse me.
Evan, look after her, will you? Connor, I've been looking for an excuse to have a word alone with you.
Well, that sounds ominous.
No. Don't worry about it. The only person that I argue with is my daughter, my headstrong, opinionated, wonderful daughter. The one that reminds me so much of her mother.
You know, it might help if you told her that. The wonderful like her mother part, at least.
Yes. Well, sometimes the words don't exactly come out. You know, parents and children, the rocky road.
You don't need to convince me I'm a believer already.
Connor, what I wanted to talk to you about was this. You're a member of the family now, and whatever you do in your personal life, well, I'll support you 100%. But business, that's another matter entirely. If I feel that Walsh Montgomery is going to hurt Cabot Motors in any way, I will sever that relationship immediately and completely. And if you are half the businesswoman that I think you are, you would do the same thing in my place.
Oh, darling, everyone's asking for you.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I'm sure Connor will excuse me.
I guess they're not asking for me, huh? I shouldn't have come here. I'm really sorry if I ruined the party. I was just feeling really alone.
Darling, how else could you feel when your own mother turned against you? Connor, I have an apology of my own to make. That day in your apartment, when you threw me out, I was doubting you, Connor. I don't know if it was fear,
It's okay. You don't have to explain.
but the point is I was wrong. You needed me, and I let you down. But I shan't let that happen again. So, come.
Where?
To face our guests. Arm in arm, heads held high. I'm very proud of my daughter, and I want everyone to know it.
gonna be all right?
We're running some more tests, but she has a broken leg, severe bruises, and abrasions.
That doesn't answer my question. Is she gonna be all right?
Andy, it's a little early here yet. Take it easy. John, I want you to look at her EKG. She has an irregular heart rhythm. It could be from exposure and shock. All right, kid. Just...
Can we see her?
I'll let you know, Ellen. Just hang in there, kid. As soon as I know anything definite, I'll be back out.
Can she talk?
She's still not responding, to tell you the truth. We really don't know what we're dealing with.
What are you two talking about? If there's something to tell me.
All right, Andy. Considering the injuries that we've diagnosed, there's no reason to think that she won't pull through this. But she's not awake, and she should be awake, but she's not responding to the usual stimuli. Like I said, just hang in there.
Murph, I need to get in there.
Sure, hell, the lieutenant told me you were back. Listen, you need anything, you'd let me know.
Okay.
Look, why don't we just go home? There's nothing we can do here.
Although I hate to leave. I hate to leave until we know whether Courtney's going to be all right.
Yeah, Craig, she had Lily's locket. She must know something.
Yeah, but if she does, she won't be able to tell us. Look, you said that your contact at the Justice Department said that Red McLean is the best man. So if there's news of Lily, he'll call you.
It's very well thought out. God, I hate waiting. I just hate it. I like to be active.
Excuse me.
Darling, if there's anything that I can do for you, and anything at all, you just name it, okay?
I have to call Sean. I have to call her brother on the phone.
I'll take care of that, all right? I'll take care of it. She's gonna be just fine. Just fine.
You really believe that?
Sure, I believe it. I make myself believe it. You have to do that when you're scared. I don't whistle a happy tune, but I see it. I see what I want to see. Now, I can see it. She's going to be all right. And so is Lily. Try to say that. Can you try?
Courtney will be all right.
Courtney? Courtney, can you hear us? She ought to be coming around by now.
I know, and she's not. It's worrying me. Courtney. Court? How we can't allow visitors
I'm back
now?
on the force, Susan, on the kidnapping case. Can I have a minute
I'm
with
afraid
her?
it's not going to do you much good right now.
You've got to bring her around. Time is running out for Lily, and if Courtney had a run in with
doing
hands,
the best we
she may
can.
know something that will help.
Court?
Court?
Is that it?
Courtney? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Listen to me.
Courtney,
Mom. It's
squeeze my
hard.
hand, honey.
Listen.
Court?
Lily needs your help, Courtney. Lily needs your help. Did Hans say anything about Lily? I'm sorry?
Oh, damn.
I didn't understand, Courtney. Boat?
Boat.
Boat? Is that what you said? What boat, Courtney? Where? What boat? Come on, honey, stay with me. What boat?
Pretty soon, but she's going to get now.
Yeah. Well, she did what she had to. She may have just saved Lily's life.
Andrew, EMS driver said you left that in the ambulance.
Andy, we need you.
You do?
Yeah,
What can
we'd
I
like
do?
you to talk to Courtney, okay? She came around a couple of seconds for help. Andy. Andy.
Is there something wrong that I should know about?
No. Listen, this is about you. This is one of the times that you should take care of yourself. No matter what happens with Courtney, if you start drinking now,
If
it's
something
gonna ruin
happens to my
everything.
wife, that's it.
Andy. Hey, don't let all the paraphernalia scare you, okay? Most of her cuts and scratches are just surface. Listen, why don't you talk to her? Hold her hand, just let her hear your voice. You can bring her back, okay? All right, I'll be right outside if you need anything.
Courtney, baby. you my whole life, honey. You can fight this, okay? You can come back to me. You have to. Give me a break. Red McClain took off out of here like something was going on. I want to find out.
Look, Holden, even if I did know something, I couldn't tell you.
Just talk to Lucinda. Courtney still hasn't regained consciousness. What happened? They find anything?
No, not a thing.
Come on, Caleb, let me in there. Courtney had Lily's necklace. She can't be far.
I can't do it, Damien. I'm under strict orders. The structure is not sound. Nobody but authorized personnel goes in or out.
How would you feel if it was Julie back there? Bet you wouldn't be so by the book then.
Holden, I'm warning you. Either you chill out, or I will throw the cuffs on.
Okay, come on, go ahead. Just throw them on me, Caleb.
Hey, Courtney talked to Hal. I don't know what she told him, but from the way he hauled out of there, I figure he found out where Hans is holding Lily.
Back up in place on the dock.
Who in the world has the best album of the year? Will it be Whitney Houston, Sting, R.E.M., Donald Fagen, or Billy Joel? No matter where you are on the planet, there's only one night and one place to find out. The 36th Annual Grammy Awards, March 1st on CBS.
Athletic apparel by Champion and Champion Jog Bra. Due to special programming, As the World Turns will not be seen Monday. This is Dan Regent, inviting you to join us again Tuesday for As the World Turns.